this is Skip Lawrence, PhoenixvilleNews.com. We're here today with Maryjane RIchmond, new to Phoenixville Area School District as of July 21, I believe.
That's correct.
As Assistant Superintendent of Schools, we're here to get to know her and get to know something about her priorities for the year in the school district. Welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being here. Dr. RIchmond comes to us from a number of school districts, a variety of experience in Philadelphia, in Bensalem, Upper Marion,
And North Penn.
and North Penn school districts.
Mm-hmm.
Always an elementary school teacher, first and foremost.
No, actually, part of my career I was in the middle school, also was an elementary principal, and for 5 years when my children were young, I actually taught nursery school, a part of my career that I absolutely enjoyed because I got to play, and so often with the rigorous curriculums that we have now, there isn't as much time as we would like for some of that play, so that was a time in my career that I really enjoyed. And it helped me to really understand how a child develops and what they need to learn, and you got to see some of Piaget's theories in practice because you could see them actually grow. And then if you take that and build on it all the way through elementary and middle school and high school, you see those growth spurts and you see that development, and it's really a nice opportunity for me to have that experience. I also had the privilege of working in Philadelphia. I worked for almost 4 years in North Philadelphia and really enjoyed that experience as well. So it's a little diverse, yes. So
You mentioned Piaget. Piaget central to the way you see the educational process?
well, I think when you deal with young children, sometimes you have to keep in mind that certain skills, although you present them, the learner may not be ready to accept them and may not be developmentally ready. So you just need to be cognizant of that and not get frustrated, because eventually they will be. But you have to keep reflecting on your practices and think of the best way to present them and to help the learner. So that did help.
If it isn't obvious to those who are watching, Dr. RIchmond comes to us also not only with experiential credentials, but also academic ones. Holy Family University, Arcadia University.
Yes.
Do you still maintain a relationship with Arcadia? I know you had been a graduate professor.
Actually, I did teach for Arcadia for a while. I taught some literacy courses. I also taught reading specialists, those that were going for their certification. I love teaching teachers. It is something that I get a great deal of joy out of. But I also find it to be very time consuming, and when I get involved in something, I usually put 110% in, and it's difficult to do that and also do a job like this or a principalship. So I needed to make some tough choices, and hopefully when I retire, that is something that I would like to do, is to teach teachers.
I'm asking this question to someone who is very fresh to this community. What are your first impressions? July 21 is just last week.
I absolutely love the community. I just, coming from the city, this is very refreshing. I love the little shops. I love the back roads. I'm figuring out all the different ways to get to the various schools, and it's charming. And the other thing I really am impressed with is how friendly everybody is. The staff has been very welcoming, and also the community. I really enjoyed just 3 weeks here, but it's been a real nice experience.
Well, from yet another quarter, welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Tell me a bit about how you see the priorities of your work for the course of this year.
Well, I know one of the things that we're looking to do is to close the achievement gap. That's something that we're going to be focusing a lot of our efforts and our resources on. And I just met with all of the principals. In the last 2 weeks, they've all identified their goals, and of course our main goal is to bring up our achievement scores and to close the gap. And also our theme for this year is to get connected. And the teachers are coming back soon. One of the things that we're looking at is bringing that theme through the school year, and that is to get connected. So to build relationships not only with one another, but with students, with our community, and also with all our friends and supporters. So that's something that we're going to be looking at, and as you well know, you are going to become far more successful with a child if you build a positive relationship with them. And if you can develop that, you can really support that child and encourage them to go far beyond what even they might think they could achieve. So I think we're going to focus on building those relationships. And one of the things that we are actually doing in induction is we're bringing a lot of the community members in for the first day of induction, and teachers are going to go to the various workshops that the community members are presenting and learn more about the community. So I'll be right there on that one because I'd like to learn some things as well.
What community members are involved?
They're separating it into like historical kinds of groups and also entertainment, and so those people will be coming in and just presenting what we have here in the Phoenixville area, because some of our staff members are not members of the community, and we really want to make that connection where we get to know one another, and on a first name basis, hopefully. So
do you anticipate also, because of that theme, changes in curriculum as well?
Well, one of the things that we are looking at this year is we're going to be piloting our language arts new curriculum, and we're going to be looking at our science curriculum. We're going to start to develop a new science curriculum. Part of that is going to be, as you well know, PSSA is now assessing science. So we are going to be looking at, obviously, an inquiry-based kind of program, and we're going to bring our experts in that field together and use some maybe outside sources. Certainly we're going to be using the IU, and start thinking about where we want to go, Phoenixville, as far as science education.
Okay, another concentration.
Yeah.
What other areas? Can you give us one other priority?
I would say certainly writing is another area that we're focusing on. We have a wonderful program that we are going to be using at the middle school. Our administrators at the middle school are working on a program to provide interventions for some of the kids who are struggling with study skills and organization, and there's actually going to be a period during the day which is called recap, that the students are going to learn some of those strategies. And also at the high school, our 9th grade students are going to get something similar to help them with that transition from the middle school to the high school and prepare them for some of the skills they're going to need, particularly in college, and things like time management and organization and dealing with their study skills and how to research information and how to check their resources, and just because it's on the internet doesn't mean that it's a good resource. So those are some of the things that we're going to be covering in those courses.
Good. Thank you. We look forward to doing this again and checking progress along the way.
Well, thanks,
Thank you
Skip.
very much.
It was nice meeting you.
You too.